vest, you got to get the chain.
Ooh. Oh!
Wow. You have to wear it. You have to wear it all the time now. Right?
I think so.
Yeah.
For those of you that have been following the social medias as of late, you'll know that I just recently was in Texas for the last 9 days. I was out there for the CDL major for a few days with Optic. It was an amazing show. Optic always does it insanely big, and you guys already know that. It was a great time, and I said, hey, I can make this 2 trips, or I can stay out here for an extra week, and next weekend is Doc's event, which I plan on going to anyway. And, dude, it was a day and a night to remember, not only because of all of you incredible people that came up and showed so much love to myself and many other creators at the event, but as many of you guys know, we've been playing with Doc for the last, I've been playing with Doc now. We've built a very beautiful relationship, dripping in heat, for like the last 2.5 years now, which is actually crazy to like say out loud and think. But dude, we met for the very first time in person at the event, and it was glorious. It was amazing. You guys know I love Doc. You guys know I love the Champions Club. I love it. Just, you guys have not only, he and the Champions Club have done so much for my community and the Z fam, and just, it just has shines. I've said this many times, shines such a massive spotlight on me that I have so much love for this guy. Regardless of that, I also just have so much love for who Doc is. Prior to even when I met him, just everything he's done in this space and everything he's doing right now, especially with what they're doing right now with making Dead Drop. And that was another exciting reason for being out there, getting to go out and test out the brand new Snapshot, which for those of you guys that don't know, it's basically like, it's not even a beta or an alpha. It's like, it is just a small glimpse into, it's basically them showing you guys, okay, here's what we have so far, and we want to give this to you guys early so you guys can tell us what you think, and then boom, we go back to the drawing board. They still have so much time until this game even comes out, and I think such a massive kudos goes out to them. Listen, me and Doc having a good friendship aside, I think what they're cooking up over there is a very beautiful thing, and you got to absolutely tip the hat to the fact that they're even doing this in the first place. Most mega corporations building all these games these days are, they're just putting out a product and they're creating what they want to create, which is totally fine. Their team and their vision and what they want to do. But something that Doc and his team are doing differently is they're not trying to hide anything. They're saying, you guys tell us what you want. Let us show you what we have, and we're going to continue to work on that and go with that. So they're being very transparent, and I think that's something that a lot of gaming companies need to take notes on, is just having a good relationship with your community and having a good transparency with that. Anyway, during the event, we played live on stage. We played, I think, 3 total matches of Dead Drop, where Dashy took, Optic Dashy from the CDL team took map number 1. Yours truly took map number 2, and then the hotshot himself, Doc, for his own game. It's like the universe was just saying, the script couldn't have been, okay, that's making it seem like it was staged, but it truly wasn't. It was just meant to be. Doc took map number 3 and took the whole thing home, and it was just a beautiful time. Folks, it's been a while since we did a little intro. I figured, this video, I think this video kind of needed it, because I just wanted to let you guys know how incredible the event was and how grateful I am for you guys, and just, yeah, that's basically it. Anyway, guys, enjoy the video.
Fab TV. 10 players, 7 eliminations for ZLaner so far. I wonder if Doc is doing all right, considering this was kind of the same place he was in. Didn't have any bandages.
Yeah, there's a bunch of people here. You could see from ZLaner's screen he's playing as a Sin, because there's a little bit of a red scan line effect on the screen. It's subtle. We're something we're toying with. Again, we're doing just early iterations on the Sin gameplay and what that means, and we're just trying to make it so that it does stand out a bit. When you're playing as a player, we want you to feel like you're now changing and you're playing as something else. It's not just your same old player. So that's why some of the stuff we're seeing there with the visuals, the scan lines, all that kind of stuff.
So if you dead drop as a Sin, say you're able to make it all the way to the end, are you getting all of your loot back by default by dead dropping, or do you still you had to find the bag, you had to loot it back?
Find your bag, yeah.
Okay.
He's in the freeze.
Oh, and that hurts. Look at the way that ticks. It does not mess around, and you...
It's something that we're really trying to set out, and we're definitely not done, but one of the main goals is that not only that it will mess you up and be damaging, but visually we wanted it to be menacing. We want it to look scary so the players don't think it's something that they don't need to worry about. We want it to look menacing.
ZLaner
So that guy flanked around, but if you notice on the edge there was a railing. He could have jumped out and grabbed.
Yeah.
And shimmied his way around there.
But those railings maybe not as obvious necessarily
No.
for some of these players. Maybe something you find and you go, oh,
Yeah.
now I know this. Now I have that moment, that leg up. But ZLaner, now more eliminations than there are players remaining on the map with 3 seconds to the final phase. Has shots onto someone up top. That'll be Crypto Stash. We'll be able to get, has a nice little, I was going to say, how's this going to play out? Did have a nice little position, but if American Dad's going to swing around the corner, there's not a lot you can do about that third-party play as we have 1:45 here in map 2. Maybe a quick looting opportunity. ZLaner still in a good position, but barely any health at just 6. And by the lack of healing that we're seeing, maybe not any bandages. And this is going to be tough. You spot one, doesn't actually go in
There's a cover. All
for
goes away
the
too.
trade. Play a little ring around the rosy, figure out exactly where this person is, and won't fight for your life if Z can get out of this. That is going to be extremely impressive. And American Dad, 6 HP for ZLaner. Doesn't need any more than that. Thank you very much. We'll head to that extraction with 3 remaining and almost double-digit eliminations.
Super Lift is only going to be there for another minute, so
Put on that helmet.
that's going to be an eternity, that minute.
This makes me nervous when they take this long to loot.
If you click and hold on helmets and armor, it'll auto-equip to your armor slot.
So this is the final 1v1 situation right here.
The 1v1. Travis with some initial shots, not able to connect.
75 HP versus 6 last we saw.
35 seconds on the clock. Getting some good shots, but not able to get it done in ZLaner. It doesn't matter. 6 HP, full HP. He'll take you down anyway. Double-digit eliminations and the dead drop to call it done. ZLaner, stand up. You earned that win. Wow. I'm not going to hit those shots.
I love looking around and seeing the smiles on these players' faces. This is something, again, we got a long way to go, but this just feels so good as a dev team watching this and seeing people smile. It's something